This year, I went to an ex-boyfriend's wedding who lives at my house and got broken up with via text message on the same day. And 2021 is still better than 2020.
Bro, your life sounds like the real world, and it's amazing.
I know. My life is
it's my favorite kind of television.
Wild. Yeah.
Why would you go to an ex's
They
wedding?
live in my fucking house. I don't even think that she knows. Honestly, I don't know if she knows that.
Weird.
But we were together for years. I know.
So it was
it's like a part of our past that, and there's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt obligated to like go to the wedding, but then I like dipped early. Like after the ceremony, I dipped out, and then me and Ernesto were texting. No, just to get out of there because I didn't want to be there.
Is that when you started wanting a kid?
No. I wanted this, and that's like one of the reasons me and Ernesto are not together, because he's not ready for that. He's not ready for that at all.
That's fair.
I'm gonna put our intro right there
for him. At least he knows. Does he know that?
We've had many discussions. No, we've had
Oh.
many discussions, and I'd rather be with him than anybody else. He's like totally dope. We just fucking click, and it's amazing. But we're not at the same point in our lives right now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
it happens. It happens. But at least you both have the balls to be like, to be aware of that and to bring it up and be like,
yes.
yo,
and when he broke up with me, he was like, look, I can't give you what you want and what you deserve. And I was like, okay, that, but we still totally love each other. And then when we start hanging
gonna be
out,
so pissed when he hears this. He's like, you're making me feel like I have feelings. That's not okay.
He doesn't listen to me.
No, I think that, because he's talked about me on his podcast and shit too. So I don't think that it's
okay. Fair enough.
I think it's fair.
Do you talk about him on your podcast?
I did have I recorded like 4 episodes of a podcast,
and it was all about him.
No, but it was about relationships, and I did mention him. I did mention him. No, it was like when we were like in our honeymoon stage. We never left our honeymoon stage. Like we're just still. Yeah. Even now when we hang out, it's so great. But it's like, do I wait? And like maybe he'll be ready for a kid next year? Because I'm not ready yet. Like I know that I want one, so I have to change my life to be ready by next year, because I'm 31. Like I don't have much time. But do I hang on to him?
Modern medicine is amazing, and I think you have.
No, I think that past a certain age, I don't want to be having a kid anymore.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that age?
So like after next year, probably. Damn. I think 34 is probably pushing it. So like I'm hoping next year I'll have myself in a place and have my relationship in a place that.
Can we stop talking about this? My hands are getting sweaty. It's giving me anxiety, bro.
It's so heavy. It's so heavy, but
Christ.
I think about this all the time. I think about it all the time now because it's like my fucking clock is ticking. My cock is ticking.
I've always said, like, if God forbid I have a child, and God forbid, if I wasn't doing comedy professionally already, I would have to quit.
So
that's part of the thing with.
If I want to come ahead, I just gotta find your kid out of wedlock. I'll be like, look, if you introduce yourself to him now, he's done.
I don't think that you have to make the choice. I think that I will be able to do it all.
Oh, you're so confident in your skills. I don't think I'm ready for anything of that level.
I think that I'm gonna get everything I want in my life.
I have 2 dogs, and I feel bad for them.
I've always felt like I'm gonna get everything I want in my life. So why not comedy and a kid? And I can understand like where he's coming from, where he's like, oh, I don't, because he's got to make it, and I don't want to get in the way of anything, that he has going on.
You should. Builds character.
Stop. No, but
he needs material.
Wait, you let a girl stop you, bro? You clearly didn't want it.
He wants to do an hour. He needs more time.
You're contributing. It's a tax write-off at this point. It's all benefit. There's no problem to being an obstacle.
So that's me. Is this what you guys usually talk about?
I mean, usually we have an intro, but I'll put it right here. Let's do a coffee cheers this time because it's fucking early.
It's like noon.
Shut up. Aloha and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Buddycast. With me, as per usual, is Mr. Willie D20 Henderson.
Good day, good day.
From Chechnya, and our guest today is Anne Flagg. Anne, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
If they're here, they already know who you are because we've been talking for like an hour already. But welcome to the episode.
So much information.
And if this is where it starts, you guys are going to have to go to the Patreon for the exclusive. So welcome. Thank you for doing this, sitting in our loft studio and not someone's place.
It's really a nice space. I really like it.
It's the mirrors that set it off, and it's my old closet doors.
The closet door mirrors. I know. I noticed the wheels on the top right away.
The job, I was like, I could take these out, and then I took them out. I was like, they're a lot bigger than, like, you know how most
these
things.
These are big doors.
It's I did it by myself, and that was too much. So they're gonna stay there forever. They're now part of the architecture.
It opens up the room, though. It makes the room feel bigger.
It does. You know? It does. It makes it look bigger.
It's a lie.
Yeah, man. Have you ever been into a bar like fucking? I think Worthington's does this where they have the mirror on the one end, and like so when you're looking at it, it's just like a reflection of the bar. It's like, holy shit, this goes on for. Oh, they're tricking me.
Holy shit, this bar's full. Oh.
Yeah, it's just 4 people multiplied 6 times.
we should put mirrors in the
crowd.
You knew where I was going.
Mirrors in the crowd. I'll write that down. That's a good idea. We're just gonna mine you for ideas today.
That sounds like a good name for an open mic night.
Mirrors in the crowd.
Yeah, especially if it's just like all comics that show up. That's what it feels like, just doing comedy to yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like doing comedy to myself is a little more fun.
Probably.
If there was a mirror on that back wall, I think I'd have more fun. You know,
on the far walls,
yeah, like
watch
behind
yourself?
Everyone. When no one's paying attention, then I could just look at myself and just.
I would love to watch myself doing comedy.
Why don't you just film yourself then?
Well, I mean, but like in the act, you know what I mean? So that you can turn, like if there's a mirror when you're having sex, you can like turn a little bit. And you're like, yeah,
I don't like that. I don't like the mirror there. I'm not into the mirror there.
Yeah.
I see all of my imperfections. I'm like, ew. Why? You don't need to see this twice.
No, you just. Oh, well, I guess I'm really good looking.
From every, I'm ugly from every angle. Thanks.
I'm really good looking. Yeah. I'm really good naked. Really good. I don't know. I'm just crushing it. My 30s are just.
Going well, huh?
Yep.
Off to a good start.
Yes.
How's your 30s, William?
I mean, we're like less than a month in, so.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. It's normal.
When was it? What day?
November 12th.
The 12th.
Yeah.
Ernesto's was the 29th.
That's adorable. Right after Thanksgiving.
That's adorable. I know. I'm still in love. I don't care.
I mean, it's your life. Live by your truth, right?
Yeah.
Fuck it. My life is sad. No, 30 was good. 30 was fun.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah. There's
sad.
decorations in this place, of course.
Oh, I thought the Nightmare Before Christmas guy was yours.
Nope.
Jack Skellington? No.
Nope.
The witch hat?
None of this
I know, that's definitely not yours.
I wouldn't put it past George.
That
to
witch
get
hat
that.
might be mine.
Yeah.
What day is it? It might have been mine. No, I mean 30 was cool. I think anytime after 28, life got better for me, at least mentally, physically, experientially. Because now it's like it's less about pleasing other people, and it's like I'm only gonna do this if I like it.
Yeah.
So, it's so much simpler, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I know who I am now. Like I really know who I am, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Do you think?
I was such a people pleaser. I mean, I still kind of, but like such a people pleaser in my 20s, like for sure.
Me too, and everyone hated me, so I was fucking terrible at my job. That's why I said I'm glad you guys didn't know me when I started comedy. I'm sure I was a fucking dum-dum.
When did you start?
2012.
Wow.
Ugh. I was like, the world's gonna end. Fucking give it a go. I know.
You're coming up on your
still garbage.
10 years.
I know. Fucking don't put it out there. Yeah. No. It's I started in 2012, but it was a very, very slow, almost horizontal line of progression. It was like once a week, 3 minutes a week, and then, 5 years into that, you realize that's not enough to do this.
At all. Those people like floor me. They're like, oh, I've been doing it this long. I'm like, how much? Like, how much you get up? Oh, once a month. No, you've not been doing comedy.
Yeah. So when did you like start?
Probably 2014, where I really like picked a grind, and I was like, oh, this is what I'm doing every week for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Every day, huh? That's. Yeah. I mean, the kind of grind that I've been on for a long time.
I tried it. It's too much for me. Rough. I think I'm just too old to burn it at both ends.
Well, yeah. I go through phases up and down. Like right now, I have a lot of shows booked, so I'm not doing as many mics. But if I don't have shows booked, I'll be at mics every night.
I just feel like I have a toxic relationship with comedy where
of course it's toxic. Of course it's toxic, but it's like the best. It's like
it really is.
It's so good. I've had this has happened to me a couple times recently. It makes me so mad. Like I get lit early, but like it's just a mistake. It's not because
why are you lighting her early, William?
No. It's happened to me a couple times recently at different shows, completely different people, and both times they're like, oh man, I'm so sorry, I thought it was that amount of time. But it makes me so mad because that's like 2 whole minutes. It's not like 30 seconds, but like 2 whole minutes that I like, and I was having so much fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for a lot of people, like, 2 minutes, whatever, but like,
why would they let you early? Am I making
a big deal about? No, it was like a mistake. Like they were messed up the timing.
Oh, then too bad. Keep going. Fuck.
But I don't realize until I get off stage and I look at my recording and I'm like, dude, that wasn't even close to 10 minutes, or whatever it was. And I just, I don't know.
If
would that frustrate you guys?
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially if you're lighting the room on fire and you're having a good time and they're having a good time. Like if I'm having a great time and you light me,
I
identify as black. So that's it.
Oh my gosh.
And just start going into all my Kevin Hart bits.
I want to run the light when that happens. You know what I mean?
Especially when like after you've been doing it a while, and like 2 minutes is not that much time. It's like I could just spend 2 minutes on any random topic. Like we do it every Tuesday,
at Brooks Bar at 8 p.m.
Just name something and I can talk about it for 2 minutes. But and it's like, so that 2 minutes is valuable as shit.
And I was having so much fun, and then I get off and I see that it's like and I always set my recording right before I go on, so it's a pretty clear indicator of how long I've been up there.
Give or take like 15 seconds.
Like, hey, why'd you let me? Oh no, I didn't, because this and that. And I'm like, well, no, you did. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like I saw it.
It must have been an honest mistake on their part.
Were they taking a picture?
No,
they didn't use that excuse. That's what I would have said. I was taking a picture. My bad.
No,
with your flashlight, yeah, bro.
I know.
Flashing me over and over again.
Sport mode.
Yeah,
waving it. You're not waving it.
He's trying to get a blur on your face.
And I'm just.
I mean, I've been to open mics where they're like, everybody's doing 10 minutes, and I'm like low on the list, and then they're like, hey man, we're gonna cut you short because it's getting late, and I'm like, do you know what I can do with 3 minutes? I'll rock your world. And it's like, you don't know me, but all right, dude.
I love that. You don't even know me.
It makes me so mad.
Yeah. And I think you're in the right in realizing you're getting lit early and questioning it, because it's like, I mean, when did you start doing comedy?
It's been like 6 years or something.
Yeah.
I just had 6 years.
I would say after 3 years, you're not allowed to have a bad set anymore. You can't do complete silence after 3 years. That's reasonable.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I definitely have.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the expectation. 3-4 years in, you're building material now. You kind of figured it out. You know what to do.
Material and a stage presence.
Yeah.
And then also knowing when to go into some crowd work or crowd participation if the crowd isn't feeling you. Because I've seen this happen a lot where people's material is great, but it's like a weird show or something else is going on and they're not bringing attention to it. So they're just talking at the crowd.
I have great material. It's always weird. It's always a weird show. It's always 100% of the time.
You've seen that like a funny comic, but they're talking at the crowd. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I feel like I come off aggressive when I talk to people. So I'm afraid to talk to people a lot of times. I've been counted down off the stage before.
No.
Yeah, at the Hideaway, for sure. Yeah, 60 seconds. They counted down from 60. They saw the light and they were like,
recently?
60. No. This was years ago.
Okay. Wait, who did that? Aaron Chase? Wait,
No, this was like a group that I was trying to talk to and do crowd work, and I was doing really poorly with it, and they were not happy with me. And then, they saw the light came on, and I was like, I got 60 seconds, and they started counting down from 60.
They did not.
Did you stay the whole 60?
I sure did.
Goddamn right you did.
I plugged my social medias during that 60 seconds. I was just talking, just here, follow me here, blah, 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 blah. And then as soon as they finished, I went like 5 seconds after them and said my name and just got off.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
wasn't proud of how I got into it.
Did you kill yourself the next day?
No. I wasn't proud of how I got myself into it, but I was proud of how I sustained through it. You know? Yeah. So like you can take something out of everything. Yeah.
Yes, for sure. If you're not learning all the time, like
what's your goal?
What are you even doing? If you're just gonna go up there and say the same thing in the same way all the time, what are you even doing?
I agree. George.
What?
You're not wrong. Look, I'm not going to say you're not, bro.
No, George is a great improviser. All the time, like at Brooks, like lately when I've been going in there.
That's the only time I do
it. He hates himself. It's hilarious.
I think it's great. Oh, we should start an improv team.
I'm mad that I'm not mad at that. Does that make sense?
We should totally do it.
And then we can write musicals for ourselves and create our own careers, guys.
Aaron Chase said I would not be good at improv.
Well, you should really listen to what he has to say.
Aaron wears fake Tims, bro.
Stop it. Wait, Toms, but they're Tims?
Yeah, that's what they're called now.
It's spelled with a B. It's
Timberland?
Yeah.
Oh, fake Timberland.
Yeah.
I literally thought you meant they're called Tims.
No, you go to Ross and they have those boots that look like Tims, but they're like Ralph Lauren or Puma. He's got those.
Hey, man.
What sucks though is that
don't knock the Puma.
Don't knock Puma.
Aaron Chase owns Tims. Like he just refuses to wear them.
Why not?
He makes bad choices. That's why.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. You can do improv, bro. What's our group name?
I don't know.
Josie and the Pussycats?
Stop it. No, I didn't mean like specifically just like us and like you need like a few people for improv, right?
Okay,
like
good. We have a couple.
Oh, I thought it was just gonna be the three of us.
Yeah.
Oh.
The more people.
She doesn't want to be our friends. She wants to be other people's friends.
No, just when you're playing, it's called playing, when you're on stage at improv. I don't know if you know this, because I've been on improv teams before. But when you're playing and you do a scene, you need to have like multiple people. You're not going to have the same people for every single scene.
Oh, okay.
So you have to have like 5 or 6 usually is a good number for an improv team.
Couldn't we do like a whose line is it anyway thing?
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Just have like 2... I guess we just need one more person then. At least 4, I guess, for improv.
She really doesn't want to do this with us.
No, I do. I want to do it with you guys.
Like, you guys aren't quite good enough on your own.
No, and I agree.
You guys and one other person.
We need
one person
Asian.
better than me, right? Because you guys are probably like novice. And then I'm not intermediate, but I'm like, I've done improv a lot.
What makes you think I wouldn't be a master at
feel
this?
like I'm a beginner.
Just because I've never done it? You're right. You're right.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works. You have to practice at improv.
That sounds fun. I have time.
That would be so fun. I would be super interested in that.
That's how that's how we got to Hamilton. Is they started an improv group and they were doing freestyle rapping, and then they made 2 things, and one guy had a drug problem.
I think Aaron's right. I would be bad at this because none of that sounds fun.
We just have to practice.
Okay.
Or you do like a little like improv games.
Is improv like the new wave now? Like
I hope not.
Remember back in the day, improv was like very hated on.
But doing improv will improve your stand-up.
I know, that's why we do the riff off.
Yeah, but if we do more of it, then it'll improve you faster. Right?
Improve
you faster, bro. That's a cool shirt.
That's the name of our team.
Improv you faster. IYF, I'm into it. Welcome to the IOIF Comedy Festival.
IUF.
I like that.
Ooh, that's better. IFU.
I don't know why we need an acronym in the first place.
Because I'm all about cutting the fat. If I don't need those letters.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, it's funny.
Cutting the fat. That's like cutting the meat.
That's fair. It's a circumcision. It's less of a liposuction and more of a circumcision of words.
See, you're so good at improv already. You just put it all together.
Is that what that is? I thought that was being crazy.
No.
I thought that's just how my brain interprets the world.
No, it's great.
I think it's trauma based. I think it's a defense mechanism.
What is not trauma based? Honestly, I feel like
over medium eggs. No, you still got to break it. Never mind.
What?
Trying to think of something you don't beat, and I was like an over medium egg, but you still have to break the egg to make the egg.
Remember when I was talking about getting beat at the riff off, and I was like, man, I didn't know how to make that more palatable to people. I was like,
good luck.
I know, I should have been like, no, don't worry, it was open hand or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
it was very palatable to me. I was like, she's the one that got hit. I don't know why you guys are uncomfortable about it. Like,
I wasn't trying to bring it so harsh. But I feel like everybody was just like felt bad for me, but it's fine because like I'm okay.
I don't know. I think it's important for people to remember that everyone doing everything is still a person first, you know? And I think we try to forget, especially when you're out at a bar or something.
But I wanted them to forget that I was a person and just go with the joke. You know what I mean? Like when you make rape jokes,
you're like, okay, when I'm on stage, I'm an object. Okay.
No, but not so much of an object that the next comic has to.
Yeah.
Well, oh God, that is so. You know how many times that happens to me?
Probably
like,
too much.
Way too much.
Yeah.
Way too much, and I don't know what it like.
When I bring you up or when I talk, I don't even like gender. When I know there's a girl coming up, I don't say she. I just bring them up because I don't want
gender neutral intros all the time.
Yeah,
this next person's very funny. Give it up for and their name. Get the
all
fuck
the
up.
time.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. She and beautiful. Like you know, like and I appreciate the compliments from hosts, but
it's only when
not necessary.
It's only when women go up to hosts, be like the wonderful, the lovely. You know,
right?
Like that's the only time that really happens. I mean,
why?
Hilarious, funny, those kind of things. Okay, like that you can say that for anybody, but usually, yeah.
Yeah, there's never a really good-looking guy that they're like, oh, this hottie coming to this stage.
I wish they would, bro.
Bachelor.
I fucking wish they would.
The Bachelor, he hosted your show.
Oh yeah, he was too handsome. Fuck that. Do you ever try to follow someone that's too handsome? It's weird. Leo DeTavio, I believe.
Leo DeTavio.
Yeah, he was on season 6 of The Bachelorette.
Oh,
he's the Bachelorette.
And he fought Grocery Store Joe, who was recently on Bachelor in Paradise.
Did he win?
Grocery Store Joe.
Yeah, Grocery Store Joe. Not really. He found love in Paradise the first time, and then they got married, and then they got divorced, and he went back to Paradise, and he found this new smoke show who's hotter, younger.
So he won.
Yeah, I would say it's a win, but in Bachelor Nation, he didn't win a goddamn thing. Miss Serena P, however, is a fucking gold mine.
So I fall asleep. How do you even follow this? Like, it's interesting television to you?
Yeah.
To watch these people?
Yeah.
To watch these people lie through their teeth?
It makes me feel like less of a crazy person. I'm like, they're out of their fucking mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
You put it like that sounds fun.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't say that. I was like, I literally just saw you say that. Like, what are you talking about?
Gaslighting.
Yeah. So I try to relate, you know?
I don't like it. I want to believe that there are not people out there like that.
But there are.
That's a real healthy way to live.
Face.
That's super safe.
I just want to
it's like pretending guns aren't real.
I just want to be away from all of this nastiness.
Yeah.
You know? Which is why I work at an underground strip club.
There you go.
I get it.
It's the worst. It's gonna be my last week coming up. I'm so excited.
Nice.
Good for you.
Everybody's just so toxic. I can't watch that toxic television. I don't want toxic people around me. You know, because then it makes me feel like that.
Yeah.
Like someone came at me at the bar the other day, and I was just like, ah. And then after the altercation, I was like, I'm not this person. You know, I don't want to be like that. Yeah. So I feel like if I watched The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, I would be acting like those people. I would be crazy. Are you impressionable
like that?
Oh, yeah.
But it's great to see beautiful and broken people at the same time.
Have you ever?
So fun.
I know, but I'm healing.
Have you ever?
I'm totally healing.
It's called exposure therapy. Okay, you'll get used to it.
Have you ever applied for a reality show? Or auditioned? submitted, whatever they call it?
I don't think so. No, my sister was on like Date My Parents.
What
remember the MTV one?
No way.
You don't remember
Is that
one?
like Room Raiders?
Oh my god. Okay.
It was
so
like
the guys go in
that
front.
line of shows.
The guys go in front of the parents and have like a 15-minute, like a mini date with them, and then they decide which, or no. She goes on 3 dates
with the parents, and then they say whether they can
how
date?
is it? No. She goes on 3 dates with like 3 dudes, and then the one that she likes goes to have a date with her. I don't know. I can't even remember how it works. This was like this was a long time ago.
I feel like the parents met with all of them first, and
then decided which date she would go on. But I feel like she wanted more dates, honestly.
Maybe she has
maybe that it might be that they go on the 3 dates
they chose
first
one.
and then choose one for her. That might be it.
What a terrible premise.
It was MTV. You guys remember the Next Bus? I was just thinking about that.
No, I think she goes on all the dates. The parents watch the dates, and then they choose who, and then they get to. The girl gets to decide or the person, whatever, gets to decide at the end if they want to be with them or not.
Right. That sounds right.
Something
they
like
watch
that.
the date.
Yeah,
they watch it.
Yeah, they watch it through the cameras.
Creepy.
It's fucking weird.
Creepy.
Yeah. What if their daughter was just a fucking whore and just went around just banged all 3 of them and like, let's see what y'all got.
Well, that's VH1.
Sorry. Yeah, wrong
my
TV
true life
channel.
story.
Yeah, they wouldn't play that on MTV.
They would now.
They'd be like, okay, let's do it again, but this time we go to dinner.
Do you guys remember the Next Bus?
Yeah,
I was just thinking about
yeah.
that shit would so not fly because like as soon as they got if she was like a little bit chunky, the guy would be like, next. Like, I don't want no rolls with my dinner or something. You know what I mean? That's literally how the show would go.
Yeah.
And now, like this day and age, no way would that fly.
You're right.
There was
so good though.
There was another one where they had a bus full of people and then one of the opposite sex, and they would go around to their bedrooms and go through the bedrooms. Do you remember that?
Room Raiders.
Yes, Room Raiders.
Yeah. They would take a black light to their bed and shit. God damn.
Yeah.
Y'all are savages.
That's like that incentivized me to keep my room clean.
But like
at any point my crush could just barge in here, and then she's not gonna love me because everything's out of place and I have too many Pokemon cards.
I would be fucked. I would be fucked. My room was like a tornado. It was so bad. And now, like, because I'm healing, I'm like working on keeping my room more organized and it's like nicer. But like, still, like, I just have so much stuff. I don't know.
I've been seeing my girlfriend for over a year, and I'm still embarrassed to have her in my place.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't you
go
just
rent an
clean
Airbnb to be like, no, this is my summer spot.
I moved again.
You just clean it?
I do, but it's still embarrassing.
Why?
Because it's small and she owns a house.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Sorry. It's
like the size of her kitchen.
It is.
But you have your own place?
Huh?
You have your own place?
Yeah.
It's an apartment?
Yeah.
There's that. I've never been inside Ernesto's apartment. When we hang out, he comes to my house, but then I live with my family, you know?
Right.
So at least you have that going for you. You have your own place.
I guess I'm miserable because of it, but that's okay.
Why are you miserable?
Because it's ridiculously expensive for
you have
shit.
running water. You have a shower.
East Side, Riverside.
Why'd you throw your E up like that, bro? You've been living there too long, bro.
I gotta represent, dude.
I know.
Gotta represent, man.
That is so funny to me when people are like territorial about Riverside.
I know, it's hilarious.
Like when I tell people, like if I'm like at work or whatever, I'm like, yeah, for Riverside. And they're like, oh yeah, Southside, this, that, and I'm like,
sure.
Cool, good for you. Like I know that there are gangs and shit in Riverside, but it's not a part of my life. Yeah. Huh. Oh yeah, but you didn't know. There's like hardcore.
I've never witnessed any gang activity. So.
Well.
you're just so inoculated to it with your fucking prison cell over there.
I think that you wouldn't.
Your concrete walls.
I mean, you'd think it'd be more evident. I mean, so I don't see the problem. I don't see why they're a big deal. What's the big deal?
No,
they seem like nice people. They're just trying to make it. They're just trying to get by. That's what they know how to do.
We have like murders in Riverside.
Sure, everywhere have murders.
But we also have professional baseball players.
We also have overpopulation.
Yeah.
So I think they're doing us a deed.
We sure have gangs. Oh my gosh.
Good for them.
Whoa.
You're saying society's self-regulating? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying they don't seem like that much of a problem. Like I've been living in not a good area for years, and I haven't had any issues.
That's true. You go running in that
I'm
neighborhood.
Yeah. I go running. I fear crackheads more than the gangs.
Yeah. Because they'll leave you alone unless you throw up some gang signs at them.
Like that. Yeah, you keep that in your pocket.
Dude, there's a crackhead that's maybe your size but also 50 years your age, and
Younger,
she older.
There's a negative 20.
She's a fetus. She was, I don't know, I haven't seen her in a while. I think she died, but she was probably like 80 years old,
probably relocated.
And I'd run by her and she would like attack me, and I'm like, lady, I will kill you. Like if we get into this, I will kill you.
You run?
I used to.
How many miles have you run this year, William?
Huh?
How many miles have you run this year?
This year?
Check. Don't even lie. Check. I want
to... Probably 4 or 5.
Oh, because I'm a runner, but Ernesto didn't believe me. And I'm like, well, I'm never running when you're here. Like I run, you know what I mean, for exercise. So you wouldn't have seen me running. But I'll run like 3 times a week. I'll do like 3 miles or something.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I have...
Do you go to the gym?
An issue. No, I run just like in my neighborhood mostly, cool. And then I would do like Mount Rubidoux. Oh. But I need to run not on asphalt. Like I need to find a track somewhere because it's fucking with my joints.
Feel that.
Like I would not. I'm pretty sure it's like plantar fasciitis. I was like looking it up.
Where does it hurt?
Everywhere, bro.
Show
everywhere below your knee.
Show me on the doll.
On my arch, and then like sometimes in my ankle because I'm like overcompensating.
Sure.
Yep. You can get some inserts like specifically for that.
I'm going to get new running shoes, and I'm going to get some inserts. I've been wearing my docs with like my inserts in them. Or you can go with
barefoot running shoes. Those are great for that as well.
This is
I
all
need
advice
arch support, though.
I should be taking.
Yeah. Because I love it. I love running.
I have really high arches too.
Yeah.
Despite my body type. I have really athletic feet.
That's hot.
He's got they're Chinese girl feet, actually. They've been bound and they look like they're in fucking heels. Yeah. That's how high his arch is.
I put too much weight like on the outside of my feet. So yeah, that's my problem.
Compensate, yeah.
Yep.
You ever step on a lacrosse ball?
What?
Like that's why that ball's over there. Like for your foot or on your arch, you dig it into there while you're watching television.
Like you hurt yourself.
I just got a golf ball that I've been. I just read that you can use that, and it really helps.
Ouch.
It just works it out.
Yeah, there's one that you can like freeze that really that's great for like immediately after a run. Those are good.
Then you can put it in your whiskey.
It's actually they're whiskey stones, but you put them in a sock and freeze them.
And next week on the running cast,
all right. Can we do an improv run team? Is that a thing?
We improv while we run.
The whole crowd just follows us around town.
It's like a pub crawl, but it's worse because there's no drinking. You remember when we used to go running before podcast, William Henderson?
I do.
You used to be an animal, bro.
What happened?
Yeah.
No, you used to be a cheetah, and now you're a sloth.
Yeah.
Still an animal. Still an animal.
Yes. He's a barnacle. He's not even a sloth.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't have the desire right now.
I might have
Tell me more.
we broke ourselves on
I don't know, like I tend to like get back to like I run like once or twice and then like my foot hurts or some shit and like I can barely walk on it. And I'm like, all right, I guess I have to take a break until this heals, and it takes 2 weeks because I'm 30 years old and fucking overweight. So
dude, you've been 30 for a month.
It's
29.
No, it's so hard. Running is very hard on your body.
And so like I wanted to get back to the gym so I could do like the elliptical, like like low impact kind of shit, but I'm just lazy. And
I really should do that. I still am paying for like my Planet Fitness membership, and I haven't been back there.
They have this awesome machine that's like a mix between an elliptical and a Stairmaster that's fucking intense.
It's an escalator. Stop stealing Nick Laney's jokes, bro.
Yeah.
My gym doesn't have that. My gym has like a prison gym upstairs, and then it's just rock
I can take
walls.
you as
you have
a guest.
gym here? at your?
No. I go to the rock climbing gym.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cool.
But it's rock climbing and then prison gym.
I can take you as a guest to Planet Fitness sometime.
I have the black membership too. I could take you.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go.
Yeah.
It's called a black membership.
Yeah, dude.
Makes me uncomfortable.
Whoa.
You should.
It doesn't make me uncomfortable.
It should.
A lot of my favorite things are black.
I don't know. I like running like outside and stuff. You know, I like going out. Like
I love running outside. Yeah, it's meditative for me.
I never reach that. It's always uncomfortable, and I hate every minute of it.
Oh, I love it. I don't even take music.
Really? You fucking animal.
You're a psycho.
I know, I'm a beast.
Jesus
I'm a beast.
Well,
because it's like meditation.
It's probably
emotions.
It's probably also safer for a girl to not have music in her ears while running outside.
But unsafe because I don't take my phone. So if I were to be attacked,
Anne Flagg throws hands, I hear, you know?
You should probably edit that part out.
I know.
What days, bro? What streets?
I know.
You said 3 times a week?
I'm not going to tell everybody where I live.
Corona. Got it. I'll check it.
I made the mistake when I was in Vegas of because I wrote a couple of jokes while I was out there, and one of them I mentioned the street that I lived on, and someone was like, "Oh, now we know you," and I was like, "Fuck, I really did." And then I had to ask around and be like, "Hey, is this like a really long street? Like this has like a ton of like apartment complexes, right?" Like I didn't just really tell people.
And they're like, "No, there's like only like 4 houses
on
that
long,
street."
It's like a long.
Fun fact
like
about this street: this is the only one in California that's nameless. So adhesive cul-de-sac is the only place.
Fucking Zizix, you know.
In Vegas, they have like some weird names, and they have this street Stephanie. I'm like, Stephanie's not a street. Stephanie's that girl who had braces in middle school and stole your boyfriend junior year.
That sounds like a champion, and that champion should have a street named after her. So good for you. Is it
no,
Stephanie
she was
Rowe?
on homecoming court, but she was like not homecoming queen, you know?
She
Stephanie S,
popular.
not Stephanie R, okay? Yeah.
I dated a Stephanie. I don't like Stephanies.
Oh, you don't?
She spelled her Stephanie with an F.
No.
Like, what is this?
Dude.
Fucking
okay,
hooker.
Stephanie Michelle spells hers with an F. And 1 L in Michelle. I'm like, girl, you're fucking me up, dude. You're fucking me up.
And a silent E. Come on.
What are you trying to say? Is it trashy?
Didn't she? No, I'm not.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, this is how rumors get started. Okay.
That's why we're confirming.
I was just
no,
asking.
but if you're gonna choose your name, because that's she goes by that name, right? That's not her real name.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not her real name.
That's Stephanie Michelle. Is Stephanie Michelle?
Oh, I thought that was her like stage name.
I mean, that's her. Those are her names. Those are both her names.
Oh.
So.
Well, then it's not her fault. It's her parents then for spelling it that way. For spelling it that way.
Your parents are fucking dumb, and that's why you do comedy. Quote Anne Flagg. So
no, I love Stephanie, and everybody thinks we have beef, but we so do not.
Because
and
you're two female comics.
I know, and everybody always does that to female comics. I
so
don't understand it. But like a few weeks ago, we're at the Hideaway, and we were having this total heart to heart, and we're talking. We're like, why don't we do this more often? You're totally fucking cool. Like we're having the best time, and we're just like, why do people think that we hate each other? Because we so do not. It was like really weird. But then it was
I think people. And comics, I guess, also wrongfully assume that we're extra toxic people.
Everybody thinks I hate them. So.
Really? I never got that from you.
Yeah. I mean, mostly new people. And sometimes they're not wrong.
New people.
Yeah.
You have to understand, when you start this career, you start at we hate you.
And in my opinion, like you're taking up 5 more minutes of my time.
I don't mind the new people who are like really trying. I don't feel like they're taking up time. I feel like the people who've been in it 10 years and they're not trying to do more. Not you.
Stop.
I know.
Stop it already, okay?
Not you, but like hobby comics. I feel like hobby comics are getting in the way of me.
Yeah. And I get I'm on the fence, I guess, about that, because like I do go to a rock climbing gym and I go regularly, but I'm not an accomplished climber. I am certainly a hobby climber.
Right.
Should I be upset at people who are doing comedy as a hobby as well?
Are you in their way? Like, are you wasting their time as well as yours?
I'm good, but
So, and it's like, I mean, if someone is like waiting for you to get done with like your climb so that they can do it and like they're better than you, then I can.
I always concede the wall to someone that's better. If I'm like, oh, you're good, I'll wait. You go do your thing.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's just like that argument that's like, or like the whole idea of when you're doing comedy, like what's the goal? The goal is to get big, right?
Yeah, I mean.
So and then we have this like thought. Well, I have this feeling of anybody who is not trying to fucking make it. Why? but I guess you can do comedy for the joy of it. I guess that's a thing, but like I don't see it that way. Right? I know.
I'm glad we're all in agreement.
I know.
That you're fucking wasting our time.
And then the people who quit, I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are? You know what I mean?
No, comedy's breaking up with you. We don't like you.
You're telling me I invested 7 years of thoughts into you?
Yeah.
That's why I knew people. I'm like, all right, you gotta like show me that like you're serious before I like bring you above, before you graduate from I hate you.
Yeah.
And it's not like a personal hate, it's just like a general hate for
what they're all about.
Yeah.
It's not a personal thing, it's just everything that you're about right now.
If you don't even understand how to deliver a joke yet, you're gonna drive me crazy. So
what about those people? Have you heard about these people that like they've been doing it for like so long and they tell you,
thank you for taking a number out of it already. Jesus Christ.
No, but they'll tell you something like, I was doing this 6 months before I had a good set. And I'm like, then why would you keep doing it? Like if it took me that long to have a good set,
if I went a full 6 months at any point in time during comedy without a single good set, I probably would have given up.
Right?
Yeah.
But people keep going.
It's amazing, right? It's the best drug ever. That's all it is.
It is the best drug.
It's addicting.
Best.
It's the best drug, but I also think like your expectations for the drug get so much higher now because we're talking about good sets, and I think this year I've probably had 4 good sets. Maybe
this whole year.
Yeah. But what I would consider a good set now, like I think that happened maybe 4 times.
But
that's fair.
I also was like, I was that person that like thought it was the tits from day one. You know what I mean? Like I thought I had 20 minutes in my first 2 months, and I thought that like all these times that I was just crushing it, which I was probably like okay, but like not crushing it, but I thought that I was.
Right.
So now when I'm doing well, I'm like, yeah, but I was still great back then. You know?
For being a year in.
I can see where it definitely was not, and I can tell when I can, where I can improve on. But I was never that person that was like going so long without having a good.
I've always gotten the feeling of like I can do this. Like I've never doubted that I could do it. I've doubted if I can sustain myself long enough to be able to continue doing it, but.
Yeah.
I think comedy for me was just another hurdle, I guess, for the most part. Like it is certainly my main priority now, but it was mostly a thing of like, I think I could do that. I've never really met something that I wanted to do that I couldn't do, and I haven't reached an end with comedy where it's like, oh, I've got everything I can get from that.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm very half in, half out of like even rock climbing. It's like I've reached the point where I get everything I need from it. I don't need any more. But
you don't feel the need to go pro in rock climbing, bro?
Dude, no, I did just watch something on Netflix where it was about one dude, and in the end, he fucking dies.
Oh, you fucking spoiled it. I wanted to watch
it. It's after the movie. Like, it's almost an epilogue, basically, of, like, he died sooner. Like, not during shooting. It was on another adventure that was, like, the next year.
So he was successful.
He fucking literally murders every climb that he sees. And, but he did it for the joy of it.
But
he lived in, like, staircases.
On a climb.
Yeah. A safe climb. A relatively safe climb, considering he was using ropes that time.
He was using ropes?
Yeah, he didn't fall and die. I think it was in an avalanche.
These are like
an avalanche.
Things that you can't predict.
These are like Everest climbers,
shit.
not like
alpinists, right? Is that what
Sure.
they're called?
Sure,
Alpineers.
Yeah,
I think the show is called The Alpinist. I think I've seen the word. I've never said it, so I had to think about it before my brain fucking reboot.
What's a piano player in the Alps? Alpinist.
I think I have a sound for that. There you go.
There you go.
We'll edit the silence and then shorten it because that deserved that.
Edit out the silence.
Yeah.
What are you talking about right now?
We'll time it right. Yeah. Oh, fucking, it's intense.
Alpianist. I'm sorry.
It's an Anne Alpianist Flagg. That's your your fight name.
My fight name.
Yeah. When's the last time you were in a fight, Anne Flagg? You seem like someone who's been
like verbal,
like an altercation with someone of the same gender. I would. That's what I would consider.
I'm not a physical person. I'm not violent at all. Not the threat of violence.
Did you just come from the South all of a sudden? I'm not violent at all.
I'm not a violent person.
I'm full of hospitality and sunshine.
No. I don't do violence. I don't do the threat of violence at all. So. Nope. But if someone angers me, if you did wrong.
By me, Ricky. By
when I
I'm
point
so
at you,
scared right now.
When I point at you, no, really, and anybody who knows me and everybody who's seen me in that state, when I point my finger at you, oh boy, you fucked up.
You flipped a switch.
Yeah, you fucked up, and I will unleash a verbal. What's it called? A tongue lashing, right?
Sure. Yeah.
A verbal tirade. I've been reading a lot of thesauruses lately.
It's not a very threatening finger. Like it's very
and
stubby.
My fingers are so small. Stubby.
I mean,
stubby. No,
a little bit.
Like, okay,
your index finger is particular compared to the rest of the ones on your hand.
Because it's buff, bro. She points so fucking hard that it's muscle. It's not stubby. It's buff, bro.
Is that what you do at the gym? You go fucking do like grip curls.
Yeah. Look at my pinky. Okay. You know how most people's pinky finger goes up to this knuckle.
Yeah. Mine are fucked up.
What are you doing?
This is genetic.
Oh, this is too.
My sisters are like this too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mine's just really short.
Yep.
It's genetic for me too. I have the same hands as my grandma.
5 fingers and functional? I hope so.
No. She
had the same ears as my grandpa.
Anymore.
Yeah, no, she's not with us anymore. She's with the angels.
You stole her hands? That's what you got? Rude. You should steal her experience.
Relax. She left them in the will.
Oh, that makes sense. As long as it was consensual. Like, give them. I give the right.
She would have wanted
her.
me to have them.
Well, at least like you know what your hands are going to look like as you get older.
Oh, they already look like grandma hands now. They're so wrinkled. I always used to hate my hands.
Just a few more wrinkles.
No,
they'll be there.
They're like pudgy. I don't know.
See,
I'm sorry.
They're buff. Fingers
buff. I'll give you that. They're husky.
I hated that shit.
Me too.
Husky is worse.
I was husky as I'm still husky.
Husky's a dog.
Husky.
Huh?
But in a good way.
Thanks.
That's even
tall.
worse.
Huh?
No.
What?
You're like a big cuddly, like a little cuddly bear.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're tall and full like a sequoia.
What kind of tree is George?
A bonsai.
You're like a Joshua tree. It's like I don't think
it's ugly. I'm not sure. I guess some people could see this as beautiful, but not me. Not my type.
You don't think you're a good-looking guy? I think you're a good-looking guy.
No, thank you. But I also think you're on my podcast, so I can't accept that. You know
what? Why?
Because then if you say I'm not good-looking, then I can't have you on again. You know. You're almost obligated to say.
That's why I said it. No,
yeah, you should be though. You should.
I should feel obligated.
That's how show business works.
I mean, people have brought us alcohol, and sometimes they'll bring weed for us to smoke, but nobody ever tells us that we're good looking.
I didn't know that. I didn't know I was supposed to bring anything.
No, it's okay.
No. You just
brought compliments.
Yeah. Do you want to do this? What are you doing next week? Actually, do you want to record?
Actually, you just want to be a regular on here?
Yeah. We'll just phone you in. Actually, I can zoom you right into this Zoom P4. So we'll make this shit happen.
Flex.
Yeah.
What is
No. I just. What's what?
Zoom P4. What's that?
This stupid box.
Mm.
It's which is made out of plastic and too expensive. It's stupid.
It's a really great setup you have.
It's stupid.
Here. I thought it would be recording visual, which is why I'm so pretty.
Oh yeah.
But
Nope. I'm in sweats. Welcome.
That's fine.
Just for us.
No, that's okay.
Sorry
this
about
is
it.
for us and our 12 listeners. So, welcome, guys.
We're not good enough to do video yet. We're not smart enough.
We barely just figured this out.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it's a really good setup. I like it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I guess it's professional. What are we talking about, bro?
So someday we'll have video. We'll fucking get there. We've been saying that for years, but we'll get there.
No, but we won't. It's because that's why.
You know.
We fucking suck, bro.
I'd like to pick your brain a little bit because I really want to do this podcast that I have. I recorded it. Well, I recorded it with
What's it called?
Paul Antonio.
Is it released anywhere? Can we get it?
It's not been released because I dropped the ball. Because I recorded like 4 episodes and then I dropped the ball. And I was recording in Hollywood, which was great. It was a beautiful studio and people from LA. It was close for them. And Paul Antonio is a great fucking producer. And then he, with like all what I paid for, he will like set it up, put it out there for me. Mm-hmm. So he was doing everything. All I just had to do was like host it.
Right.
But I might do it, like, I don't know, I might want to do it myself because Hollywood is so far every week.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's why mics out here exist, because we were like too far. Too far for 3 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want to spend money or spend time? That's really what it comes down to.
I know.
So.
I know. But if I'm driving to Hollywood, I'm spending time and money. But if I do it myself here, then I have to spend money on the equipment, but then do it myself on the back end.
Yeah, you have to spend time with editing and stuff.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Oh, this isn't getting edited, even slightly. That's
what I'm thinking. I'm like,
but it's still like upload it, and then like you gotta write a description, you gotta title it, like you got like it takes at minimum a half hour. Minimum, right?
I do it while I poop.
Yeah.
That's what I love about technology, bro. You can just do it anywhere.
Laptop on the shitter.
Yeah.
If you install an iPad in your shower, you can get some shit done.
An iPad in the shower.
You're not wrong.
That's a Shark Tank. That's $1 million idea right there.
Welcome to the iShower.
TVs in the bathroom.
They have shower curtains that have like pockets in them.
For your phone?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty simple thing. Yeah, I don't think you need to build it into the wall.
Or I mean, you should. Otherwise, you basically have a Ziploc bag in there with the shower, and that's fucking dumb.
Yeah, I mean,
it'd be cooler. It'd be cooler if you had it in your wall.
That I would like a pocket, because I'm usually like I set my phone down over here, and then I have to like reach out of the shower when I have like a shower idea, you know. But they have like whiteboards for your shower, right? For shower ideas.
Wouldn't that trickle?
Drickle? What? That's not a word, dude.
What?
I just fucking made it up. Like the steam and like the water, wouldn't it like wash it off? Like
from the whiteboard?
Yeah.
They make them for showers.
Huh. What is it? Charcoal?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't invent this technology. I don't know how the fuck it works. I just know that it exists.
They're oil pastels. They're just
how steamy is your bathroom getting? That's a question.
Fucking steamy, dude.
Do you not have a fan in there? Because I feel like bathrooms without a fan.
Do you not remember when I said I'm embarrassed to where I live?
Oh, but like what? I don't understand how they would even make bathrooms without a fan. I don't like, because then you're like, I mean, mold and paint, you know, like it's just going to create a clusterfuck in your bathroom. I don't understand. But I mean, I guess if it's older, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. This is not my area of expertise.
He shits in a stainless steel toilet. So that's the kind of place he lives in.
We have a black toilet in my house because it matches the decor in one of our restrooms. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times people are like, what? And but your shit does not look good in there. like, you know what your shit looks like against a white background. You do not want to see it against a black background.
It's like shitting in a porta potty. You're like, bro, I should not be in this context ever. What is going on?
Yeah, dude. There's something about like shitting directly onto other people's shit that's fucking weird.
Yeah. Especially the sound that it makes, because it doesn't splash. It just plops. You know, like if you were to get a handful of paint and throw it at the wall, that's what it makes.
Dude, it always seems like there should be a pig down there or something. You know, just
how many times have you guys shit in porta potties?
I can count them on one hand, probably.
Okay,
I mostly
try to avoid it.
I'd mostly use them to pee.
Oh, they're traumatic.
I would mostly use them to pee, and I honestly can't like recollect one specific time where I did shit in one, but I'm sure I have.
Here's the problem. I don't recollect either, but I know that when I shit in a porta potty, I look at it. So
you look down at it.
I have to.
No, I try not to, because I use porta potties all the time because I go to raves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like a really common thing for me. But I don't know if I've ever shit in one. I don't think so.
Just pee. You hover and pee. Cover it.
Okay, so if sometimes they're relatively clean and I'll like wipe it down or whatever. But sometimes you go on top of it, like frontward, so like you just go straight in and then you can squat down
on top,
and then that way your pee
so you stand up.
You're
squatting. I mean, you're how nature intended you to
squatting.
Shit, really.
No, really, that's why we have the squatty potty.
Wow.
What if the inventor of the porta potty was like, yeah, that's why there's ledges there. You're supposed to use it like that. You guys are all using the porta potty wrong, you fucks.
It's like, well, we're only in there alone. We don't fucking know. We're not
what am I supposed to ask for advice, bro? Hey, man, how do you get on this?
Why don't you put some directions on the inside, you bastard?
And then you have ones that flush. Those are fancy.
Dude, I got VIP at EDC this past year, and I will never not get VIP again at EDC because it's a 3-day festival and it's so big. And the VIP restrooms are fucking nice compared to the porta potties. Like, if you're going to be there a long time. They pull in
a trailer that's like actual bathrooms?
Mm-hmm. Nice. Like a very actual toilet bathroom. Yeah. And it's all lit up because the porta potties, they don't have lights in them.
Right.
See, but there's like a like kind of like a, not really a shelf, but I usually put my phone light on and then put it in the little shelf in the porta potty.
So right. Yeah.
You know, there's there's room for that. But for VIP, there you don't have to worry about it. It's it made all the difference.
That's nice.
It made all the fucking
There's
difference.
music when you close the door and lock it.
There's like an attendant and she hands you the paper towel.
Would you like a douche, my lady?
Oh my God, they should put bidets though. They should put bidets.
Yeah. When I went to Universal the first and only time, my dad got us both fast passes, and I'm like, oh, I can't come back after this. Like, unless I have a fast pass, it's like there's no way I'm waiting in those lines that we skipped.
I mean, I go just to hang out.
A big difference.
I go to hang out, and then I end the day with the tour.
What are you talking about?
Go get some butterbeer, watch white people yell at their kids, put Fireball in your butterbeer.
Do you have a season pass?
Yeah.
That's so cool. I really want to get a season pass to Universal.
Yeah. No,
I
both.
would love to.
You have both?
Yeah.
You're a bitch.
Oh, that's great.
Dude.
That's great. Yeah, and these decorations aren't yours.
It's fun just to be there.
So I'm huge into Harry Potter, like so big, and I experienced Universal for the first time like 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
And Harry Potter World, oh my God.
It made me cry.
Yeah, I was bawling my eyes. I was so happy.
Your dad too. He's like, I'm so poor.
And then,
so broke
and
now.
then I got to go to the one in Florida.
Nice.
Ooh.
And take the Hogwarts Express.
It's better, huh?
And Diagon Alley. And Diagon Alley is like, you have to go.
You have
like,
to say
it's
it properly
hidden.
or you end up in a closet.
Yeah.
No, it's like hidden. Like, you know.
That's cool.
Oh, it was so cool. I'm like,
I gotta go.
I'm right now. I'm like getting like chills. Like,
how do we get
about
booked in Florida and make it a tax write-off?
Right? There's an improv there in Orlando.
There's a few improvs.
Yeah.
Are those one of the improvs where there's no real brick wall and it's projected?
I don't know.
That's hilarious. That's a thing?
No,
there's an actual.
On Brea and Irvine, they do that.
Yeah.
I was just at Brea. It's not really a brick wall?
No, it looks real as shit, but it's a projection from the backside.
That is so crazy. I didn't even notice.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I was just, performing, but I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've never been to the Brea Improv, so.
It's intense.
So big.
The stage is weird because it's so deep.
It is a big stage.
And so it's like, you have all this space back here, but you want to stand out front because you can see everybody then.
Yes.
Because it kind of gets cut off if you're too far back.
And it threw me off. So this is the second time I've done it. The first time I didn't have a great set. Like my mom was like, I've seen you do better. And I'm like, I know, bitch.
As your mom's driving you home, you're like, hey, you should probably focus more.
It was silent for 18 minutes before that. That was the first thing she said.
I was intimidated, and then I made the mistake because I'd been doing so many bar shows, I think, of drawing attention to something that happened in the front, but nobody in the back knew what was going on.
Right.
And I kind of did it again the second time, but then I recovered, and then I had a good set. Like it was a really fun show.
Yeah, and Brea holds like 600. So
and the first time I was there, it was packed the fuck out. So and this time it was probably close to 500 people. But, and it's like, oh, it's so crazy. It's so weird. It's different than any other stage I've been on. Like, it's different than Ontario, you know? And it's just like...
It's much more like theater-like.
Yeah, and I don't know if I really like it very much. I think I like the more intimate...
They both have their place.
Yeah. Yeah. But...
Each of them has a different feel. They're both fun in their own way.
When did you do Brea?
Last January, I think. It was before the pandemic, so it would have been like January, I think, of 2019. They did like an employee improv show at Brea. So it was like me, because I was in Ontario at the time working, and then there was a girl from Irvine, a dude from Brea, and then another guy from Hollywood.
Irvine
and we
is
all
smaller
did a show.
Too, huh?
Huh?
Irvine? I haven't been there in a long time.
I think they just moved.
Oh, did
right?
I thought they just made it bigger because they have that restaurant in the front too.
I thought they moved across like the street and or maybe that was Brea. I don't fucking know. There's too many.
Because Irvine's in the spectrum, right? Irvine's in the spectrum.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're right.
So they bought out that whole corner, and now it's like that restaurant is also their kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but I think it's still smaller than Brea. I think
it was Brea that moved to the big one.
Irvine.
That's not the original.
Irvine only
Brea.
seats
right.
340.
No, Brea now is like
Irvine's,
600.
Irvine's relatively small in terms of that seating.
I'm trying to remember.
It looks big though.
I really want to hit stages this year that I haven't done before.
Me too. I'm not even gonna go up. I'm just gonna go up and tap the stage real quick, and be like, nailed it, and then walk away.
What was the weirdest thing is auditioning at the Ice House on the main stage with no microphone.
That was my favorite.
Did you ever do that with?
That was fun.
What was his name?
Dave McNary.
Dave
R.I.P.
McNary. Did you do those shows?
No. Yeah. Why no microphone?
Because that's how we did it.
Yeah. He's very, I don't know, fucking 70s
he
showbiz.
Was old school.
Yeah, it was odd. It was odd, but he was such a nice guy. I had fun. It was fun.
Yeah, it was always fun. It was just weird.
It was. I think it was a good like almost coaching moment of if you can do it without a microphone confidently, then you're fine.
The first time I ever did stand up was without a microphone, and I wanted to blow my brains out.
So what do you do? You just project?
Yeah, you just basically yell your jokes, and it's like, oh, there's no like, what's the word I'm looking for? Inflection. There's no inflection when you have to do that. So it's hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I don't, because I yell all my jokes.
There's like I was gonna say like I don't necessarily like talk that loud when I deliver my jokes, so I rely heavily on the microphone projection.
Yeah.
So.
No, I tell my shit to the back of the room.
I have a loud voice. Yeah, I feel like I have a loud voice in general, or I can get loud. Yeah. So I don't know.
I mean, I can get loud too.
I don't think you yell though. I think there's a difference between yelling and projecting.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but like in like just in regular conversations, I do have a loud voice. Oh. So I think that if I did need to do comedy without a microphone, I think it'd be okay.
Do you ever been like having a conversation with someone outside a show afterwards, and you're like they're talking so loud that you can hear their echo off the buildings from the street? It's like, dude, like,
calm down.
Jesus Christ, man.
Or in a parking structure.
Yeah, it's like
just reverberates.
Yeah, you can whisper. I'm right here.
No, they can't. They want to make sure you heard their joke, William Henderson. It's their second time on stage. You were hosting, and they're like, this guy really is going to make my career take off.
I bet you do get that. I bet a lot of people look up to you as like somebody. Like,
don't say that. They shouldn't. They shouldn't.
But I bet they do.
I don't know.
They need to
like
stop.
People I know. People ask me for advice, and I'm like, don't. But okay. No, but like in the beginning, like years ago, and it's funny because Ernesto asked me for advice when he first started, and I was like, well, anything I tell it, because he saw me as somebody, you know what I mean? Because I was at the Hideaway, and I was because I had stage presence, you know. And then
hey, don't knock the Hideaway. Like, crack. A fucking good set there cracks your whole night off, bro. Murdering down there is the best.
It's just funny because I didn't mind at all giving people advice back then, and now I'll be like, no, like, you know.
Nobody asked me for advice.
Anything I tell you came from one of my mentors. I would tell them. Yeah. But now if people ask me stuff, I'm like, I don't think so.
Just do it more.
I know.
I think that's the best
That's what
advice.
I tell people. Get on stage as much as you fucking can.
Yeah.
Do it more and don't be retarded.
Surround yourself with other funny people.
Those are the 2 rules of comedy.
Surround yourself with other funny people.
That helps.
This guy asked me, he just hit me up on Instagram, and he was like, hey, wondering how I could get booked on like more shows because I'm only doing open mics. And this is what he said, because I want to see if my jokes will be funny to real people because I feel like it's just other comics hearing it. And I was like, I think you're asking the wrong questions. Like, you shouldn't be asking how do I get booked, because if you are funny, the people at these open mics will book you.
There is no spoon.
You know what I mean? You will get booked if you are funny.
Yeah,
I agree. Well,
just keep, you know.
You're doing it in the wrong order. Like if your goal is to get booked, then you will get booked. But eventually you're going to stop getting booked because you burnt all of those contests because they realize you suck. But if you work on being funny, you're going to get booked on the way to being funny.
Yes.
So, yeah. No, I agree with you there. I mean, is that how would you say then you approach your fucking productions, your booking style then? How do you look for people that are talented? How do you run into those people, you know, because you put a show together at the Lobby that we're both at the end of this month. And so how would you say, you know, you put your shows together? Because it is when you put a show together, you're curating a night for people, you know. How do you approach that then?
I should not be producing this show. I am terrible at it. I don't like it. It's taking up so much of my energy and I feel like I'm not getting enough back. I don't think that I'm going to be the person to be producing shows. And I'm really glad for what I've done. I haven't talked to anybody about it, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing it. It's only a monthly. I don't know how people do this shit like for like weekly shows.
What's exhausting about it for you?
God, I don't know. Like trying to
fucking all of it, bro.
Because I guess it's just like getting people to be there, you know, getting people to show up, because I feel like
getting a flyer made.
Yeah,
working with management,
flyer, Eventbrite, people, you know. Dealing with all these comics. I keep overbooking it, you know, because I don't want it to run too long, and I want people to have enough time, but then I want to have enough comics on my show that they'll maybe bring people out. And it's like all of it is just so much, and I just want to focus on comedy, honestly. And I was getting booked. People are like, "Oh, you have a show, and they'll help you get booked." I'm like, I've always been booked. You know what I mean? Like I've never had an issue with that, and I feel like I haven't even really traded shows with anybody. You know, like I feel like that's not a thing for me. And it's beneficial, I know, for a lot of people, and I feel like I do put on, like, my lineups, I feel like have all been really
This next one's a fucking banger, bro. This next show you have coming up.
Because you're on it.
I mean, I happen to be on it, but it's going to be a lit night, you know?
Dude, I feel like, you know, I've had really strong headliners, and then all the people, I haven't put on anybody on my show that I didn't think was fucking very funny.
Right. So that's the filter with which you would say you were booking then, is like, if I think you're funny, I'll put you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes people hit me up and I'm like, oh, okay. Sometimes I reach out to other people, or I'm like, oh, this person's funny and I haven't seen them in a while, you know?
Right.
If I think you're funny, you can be on my show, but it's just a monthly. And then that's a thing. And people are like, why aren't you booking me? Or like this guy that I've known forever. Oh, well, I guess I'm not good enough for your show.
Oh, I'll tell him, and you're not funny, bro. That's
no, but literally all he had to do, the way he hit me up was, I guess I'm not good enough. And all he had to do was be like, hey, I see you're running the show. Can I have a spot? Right. You know what I mean? Right. Like he took it really personally that I hadn't booked him yet. Whereas we know so many comics. You know what I mean? I just maybe hadn't, you know, you hadn't been in my face, and that's another thing. That's how you get booked with other people. Be in their face a little bit, you know? Remind them that you are a comic out here, and they will remember you, and then, you know.
Show up to the mics that they also go to, you know, a little bit of networking play.
Yes.
But also you're getting stage time, so just, again, be funny.
Yeah, but it's like, it's so much, and I don't, and it could be, and it's a nice space. It's a really good space, but then there's like the sound, and we're upstairs, and there's like music playing downstairs, and I'm working with the owner, who's great, and he's giving me everything that like I asked for, but then sometimes it's like, oh fuck, like last minute I forgot, whatever. Yeah. You know? And then so I'm just like, I don't know.
There's still music playing downstairs during the show.
It's so all of these little things that I don't want to think about. Like I just want to be a creative. Yeah.
That's why Aaron Chase ran to Chicago. He was tired of the grind, and he was like, I just want to do my art, bro.
Please don't compare me to Aaron Chase.
You both names you start with A. Aren't you guys like buddies and stuff?
Yeah, except I have actual Toms. Okay.
hating on the kicks. I'm okay with it. Wear your kicks, goddammit, bro. So is that an exclusive? I mean, yeah, putting shows together is tiring. You have zero desire to put in shows right now, or are you like you just want to do? I think
that my goal for like 2020 is to hit stages that I haven't hit before. Maybe get past at a club.
I think you mean 2022.
2022.
She's still exactly what
pre-pandemic. That's exactly what I meant. 2022. You know, I'd like to go on tour a little bit. I'd like to go outside of the state. I want to do a lot of stages I haven't done. And if I'm here producing this show, then that's not going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. I don't have any definitive plans. It might have been me.
Kind of just winging it. That's fair. I mean,
that's my life. Just winging it. Figuring it out as I go. It's not going well.
I feel like I'm always like just trying to prevent a skid out of control. Yeah. I don't feel like I have any control. I'm just like, maybe.
And I've always tried to like just go with it, but I feel like I need to set some things. Like what I was saying, like I want a kid, so I know that I have to make some changes. Right. I feel like at this point I do have to like make some like definitive like this is what's going to happen and this is what I'm going to do to get there.
Right.
Start steering it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
What's that Marvel quote? If you aim at nothing, you hit nothing. So
aim small, miss small? Is that?
No.
Oh. I thought it was you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's Michael Scott.
Same
Michael
line.
Scott.
Yeah. I mean, I respect. I feel like everyone, at least in this scene, kind of seems to be at a similar jumping off point of like commit or quit. You know? Yeah. Like you're either all in or not, because then people like us at this table judge you for doing it as a hobby.
I feel like us and like a lot of people on the scene, we're good enough to be on a lot of other stages.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a handful
how do we get
of us.
There? How do
let's
make it happen?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long to your special, Anne Flagg? I like that laugh.
That's special.
It's funny, right? Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, I think there's a few things that I want to do. There's a few things I want to do before I do a special.
Like what?
Well, I want to be on the road. You know,
featuring?
Like I want to go. I want to be featuring. You can feature if you have like 30 solid minutes.
Feature and then you do.
And I have some contacts. There's like some people who are like, hit me up, like people that I've met. So like I just need to like really decide who is it that I want to be working with, and then go do it.
I gotta find people to work with.
I think 2022 is gonna be good. I'm excited. I'm gonna be in Vegas more. Maybe get past at a club out there. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, there's 4 or 5 out there.
There
like
are a few clubs on the strip, and then there are a few clubs off the strip.
Ones?
Like there's definitely opportunities for me as where I'm at, in my career. So we'll see.
That's cool.
How's it going?
I don't know. Oh, he's going to pee.
He was like leaving quietly. We're just going to draw attention to it.
Yeah, no.
How long do you guys usually go for?
As long as we want. Yeah. It depends on how it's going.
Very structured. I like it.
Yeah, we have it all laid out. There's actually a script over here. We've stuck to it to a T. So thank you for that. Thank you for reading through it.
I haven't even seen it. I know. No, that was beautiful. I know. I'm just reading your mind. Yeah. So, babies, comedy, running.
Yeah, babies.
We got it.
We have it completely covered on this podcast. We cover it all. We cover it all.
Buzzed.
I'm stoned.
You are?
Yeah.
I am. Well, I'm sober.
Are you? You said last night.
Well,
right now.
I had mentioned
right
that.
now.
No, right now I'm sober. Yeah. Well, I had been. So I was sober the whole month of November. And then, Mike Fellows was in town. And we were all supposed to, me and him, Juan's girlfriend and Ernesto, and we're all gonna, and like maybe like a few other people. I think we will when Mike gets back again, because we were supposed to all do I just put it on my calendar, just drugs on Sunday. Yeah, on Sunday we had planned it, but it didn't all work out, so it was just like a couple of us. But we are gonna have a trip again when Mike comes back from, he's doing like a writing session, and Boston, not Boston. Where is he at?
And this weird thing with the like drugs where I'm like, I need to make sure that like I'm content with where I'm at in life.
Oh yes, if you're tripping, you need to be in a good headspace.
Yeah. So, and I haven't been there in a while, so
understandable. Have you tried microdosing shrooms though? Because that could help get you to a good place.
Can't afford it.
I was gonna say I can't afford that.
Shrooms, I could hook you up.
That's okay.
Microdosing shrooms helped me survive 2020.
I believe
it. When I was in my
macro-dosing shrooms helped me survive 2020.
I swear that's Mike Fellows said that when we were tripping one time hard on acid. And I was like, oh, have you heard of microdosing? And he's like, yeah. As soon as I get done macrodosing. Because Mike Fellows, and he's been in Hawaii for the past few years and just
that's how we connected.
Hard.
Living life.
Fucking love that guy. And he's a genius.
He's super funny. I think I met him at like some bumfuck Anaheim bar show where we were like one of 4 people that were there. And
love it.
Yeah, I did some Hawaiian shit, I'm sure. I was like, hey man, what's up? It's too cool.
Yeah.
Too funny.
He's a great guy.
Everyone here is funnier than me. What do I do? I'm gonna quit. I think I'm just gonna be a professional producer. And then just do rappers,
It's an option. I know a lot of people who mostly produce shows and then they do.
It doesn't make me happy. It's draining, It's draining. There's nothing. It's hard. I shouldn't say there's nothing beneficial, but there's very few fruits that producing gives me. It's not an endeavor that bears plenty of fruit.
Yeah,
it's like growing
without the actual performance.
Yeah. It's like growing a pineapple. It takes 5 fucking years, and you get 1 fucking pineapple. That's all you get.
Does it really take 5 years to grow a pineapple?
It can under the right conditions.
They think ahead.
Under the wrong conditions.
Under the right conditions, they can go a little faster. But I mean, it's not unlike a pineapple season to be a few years.
Wow.
That's why you need to grow it in places where like the climate is relatively steady, like Hawaii or South America.
How interesting.
Also, weed that grows out of the red volcanic dirt is next level.
Next level.
Yeah, next level.
You bring that shit over here, bro.
Because that's a felony.
No, not anymore.
Oh yeah, you might be right. We go over, we bring back an ounce each.
You could mail it. Do you know how much mail goes through the United States Postal Service? A lot.
Yeah.
I think I would just like DHL it. I'd get a courier service,
Yeah, just address it to your dog.
Set Beauregard.
I may or may not have sent certain things through the mail, and there's always construction going on near my house, so I choose like the return address as like an unfinished house down the street.
Nice. Fucking criminal over here.
This
episode's getting edited. I changed my mind. We're gonna edit the shit out of this episode.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I think you can just bring weed in your fucking carry-on, right? You just can't spark it up in the plane.
Yeah, for the most part.
What's the weight limit? And at one point, do I have to pay a baggage fee to bring it on?
Also, the X-rays that they pass your stuff through, it tells like the material. So if something is organic, it's going to be all the same color. So if you have candy and something else organic, it's all going to look the same as it passes through.
My ex-girlfriend would have looked the same.
It is interesting. I don't know. Like I just flew recently because I went back home. It is interesting to like put all your stuff through and then walk past and then look at the computer screen because they're like flipping through different filters on the same fucking bag. It's weird. They can like look at it in layers. It's fucking crazy, dude.
You're like, no. My bag looks best on the Wayfair filter, bro. Just keep scrolling. Check it out.
Mine is Valencia.
X Pro 2 hides all of the flaws. So have it going. No, I don't like. I'm very minimal when I fly.
I brought like a vape. Like the pen and like several cartridges with me.
Yeah.
On my carry-on, no problem.
Yeah.
And my unloaded gun. And I was like, fuck it, bro.
Throwing
the Wild
knives.
West out here. Looked like a ninja was going through security for a second.
They're really not. They're not concerned about small shit.
No, they're looking for bombs and shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, are you trying to blow a hole into the side of a building? That's who we're trying to stop. If you're trying to just burn hole in your lungs, have at it. Just don't do it on the plane.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You could smoke on airplanes. I think about that like once a week now. That you used to be able to smoke in just a fucking tube.
Like cigarettes.
Yeah, we scrub the air with what? Cotton. We pull the air through
smoking
cotton.
and non-smoking sections.
That's hilarious.
Fucking dumb. Yeah.
I'm amazed that they didn't have like windows that you could roll down.
They should have, and they should have made it a hand crank too. So if you wanted it down, you had to commit.
They didn't have anything else.
This is a Civic DX, bro.
It is pretty amazing that from like the 70s to now, there's been like no change in jets. Like commercial airliners are the same thing.
Plane?
Yeah, they're fucking the same thing. They use 20-year-old jets all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
well, they perfected it.
And they have to have fucking ashtrays
There's no
on
plane
them.
crashes. They perfected it.
Like, I'm amazed that there's not like an electric one. Like, where's Tesla, dude? Like, why are they not making one?
That would be hella expensive though. Like, I just got a new car, and the all electric ones were like twice as expensive or 3 times.
Oh well, yeah, but how quickly would you make that back if you don't have to pay for fuel?
But how would they charge an airplane like that?
That
would be a lot of electricity. That'd be no.
What are you talking about?
Imagine there's just a giant USB cube that they just plug that plane into.
You don't think rocket fuel is expensive?
Yeah, but this is in my expertise on the topic. I believe that electricity, that's probably one of the reasons why that there.
Are you saying, Anne Flagg, that you want to use fossil fuels and burn oil in the atmosphere versus using biodegradable?
I'm not saying that's what I want. I'm saying that's what the science is telling us to do.
I have no more further questions, Your Honor.
I mean, Tesla's busy making planes that go into space, bro. He doesn't want to take you from New York to Hawaii. He wants to take you from Earth to Mars.
Maybe we'll have a flying car soon.
That's a helicopter.
I just saw something about it. Like a flying car.
Also a plane. Is that not a plane? It's just a low-flying plane at that point.
Just a private plane.
Yeah. Did you not watch the Jetsons?
You just have to have it in a hangar, and you have to have it licensed with the fucking airline people.
I think we shouldn't be allowed to transport ourselves. I think it should all be automated.
I agree.
And if you want to drive like your 67 Chevy, it's a stick shift, you got to pay extra to ride in like the carpool.
No, I think you
so
just
that
have
when
a
you're
track.
polluting, no.
Yeah, just have a place
also
to keep them.
Have a track, but no, if you want to drive yourself to work, you should have the option.
But you can't have full automation.
If we had better public transportation,
I know
like
some places fucking
like
really knock it out of the park. Yeah, like Europe's their train system. Even the BART, the one train in the Bay Area is amazing.
Yeah,
it's so helpful.
It would be nice.
That would be nice to have around here for sure. I used to take the bus. I would take the bus all the time when I was a kid.
The city bus?
In Riverside, because my mom didn't want to drive me downtown, hang out with my friends.
Do you ever take the trolley?
The UCR? Yeah.
That's fun. Makes me feel like I'm on a...
It's not really a trolley, though.
It is, but though. It makes you feel like you're on excursion just because there's so many Asians, You're like, this is a different country. Hello.
They're not all yelling and taking pictures. They're relatively quiet here. They're not like Chinese tourists.
We're all about equality on this podcast, guys, and we're going to make fun of everybody. Chinese were just
Who have
next.
we not gotten to yet?
White people.
White people. I was going to say white people.
There. But I don't want to talk about William set in front of him.
Steal my jokes.
Dude, the show last night, it was like it was a black show, but there was like this table of like white people right here, and I was like, "Thank you, my people came out," I was like, and then I addressed the black crowd. I was like, "I love black people always show up, dude. I love it." I was like, "You show up late, but you show up." They were feeling it. We're having a good time.
That's good.
Perfect. Well, I'm gonna have to edit all of your money laundering
stuff.
We're leaving in the drugs.
Anything about money laundering.
The criminal. Okay. And now that they're listening to it, they're gonna be like, "I didn't hear any." That's because I already edited it, guys.
Wow.
Welcome to the Matrix, bro. So plug your shit. Where are you guys gonna be? Anne Flagg. What's your handles? What's your dates?
You can go to anneflagg.com and check out my calendar. That is always updated.
Fancy.
I'm gonna be dropping a calendar this year, I think. So
like
look out for that.
A monthly calendar.
It's for 2022.
I was like, you're gonna drop a 1 month calendar.
No, it's
3
gonna
week.
be so I'm gonna start the pre-orders soon. So you guys can check out. I'll have a link for that on my website. website and on the link on my Instagram. You can search me everywhere. Anne Flagg. Just type in Anne Flagg or
2 G's.
It's the easiest. Yeah, it's the easiest way to find me. I'll pop up anywhere because my handles are different in different places. But I have dates in San Diego. I have dates in Oxnard coming up, all around SoCal, and that's me, Anne Flagg. Thank you guys.
William, where are you going to be?
Solario Brewing Company, December 18th, and that's like 2 weeks away. December 29th, of course, at the Lobby with Anne Flagg and her show. And then every Thursday at Worthington's open mic.
Why does it sound like a question mark, dude?
At Worthington's.
Let me know if you're quitting, bro, so I can fucking find someone else.
It's questionable sometimes whether I can make it or not. Same with the Tuesdays at Brooks Bar.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. On the December 13th, I'll be in Laverne, California. Some news coming out later this weekend about that. On the 18th, we'll be at Solario Brewing Co. Me, Carlos Patino, Frank Aloa, Brian Matthews, William Henderson will be at Solario Brewing Co. On the 20th, I'm in Lancaster at Big Shots with Mr. Higuera. The 27th, back in Laverne. And then on the 29th, we're at the Lobby with William Henderson. That's going to be a banger lineup. You guys should just show up because,
Yeah, and I'll have the Eventbrite link. That's another thing that I'm so late on.
There's an Eventbrite link, I'm sure. Or just
it will be on my website.
I'm sure she'll take money at the door. So bring some fucking scratch and give it to her because she's putting on comedy in the Inland Empire. I'm at the George F.
And last but not least, we're back at the Improv.
Oh, yeah. April 6th. April 6th.
Exciting.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
So be on the lookout for a link to that. I think tickets going to be $20 again.
Yeah. So promo codes may be coming. We'll see. We'll see if you guys
see
are
if
good.
You deserve it or not.
We'll see. We'll talk about it, guys. Or come to the live show. There's always discounts being given out at all of our live shows. It's Tuesday at Brooks Bar, Thursday at Worthington's, every last Saturday at Solario's. We are at The Buddy System Co. on Instagram. Go to www.thebuddysystem.co for everything. Thank you for doing this, Anne Flagg.
Thank you guys so much. It's
we'll
fun.
do this soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.